Now the first step is to restart your computer. Simply restart your computer once, and after the system restart, try launching the game. Now the next step is to, now when you launch the game for the first time, just wait for some time. So when you launch the game for the first time, it's taking a lot of time. For me it took more than 5 minutes to get out of the black screen. So just wait for some time and then check. Next step is to run the game as an administrator from the game installation folder. Now for this, if you have the game on Steam, then make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on browse local files. It will straight away take you to the game installation folder. Now over here, make a right click on the game, select properties, and over here put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator. So put a check on run this program as an administrator, and then click on apply, click on OK, make a double click and launch the game. Similarly, still you're facing the problem, then open this PAL folder and then open binaries win64, and then do the same thing with this exe file. Make a right click, select properties, and then make sure that you put a check on the box which says run this program as an administrator. So put a check on run this program as an administrator, click on apply, click on OK, make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, this time make a right click, select properties, and then put a check on disable full screen optimization, select Windows 8 over here, and then click on apply, click on OK, launch the game, make a double click, launch the game. If that does not work, again make a right click, select properties, and this time select Windows 7 over here. Apply, OK, make a double click, launch the game. Still you're facing the problem, go back and do the same thing with the first exe file. Make a right click, select properties, and then put a check on disable full screen optimization, and then put a check over here, select Windows 8, click on apply, click on OK, launch the game. If that does not work, then again this time select Windows 7, and then click on apply, click on OK, and then launch the game and then check. This has worked for many players, so it might work for you, but still you're facing the problem. In that case, now for Game Pass user, let me show you for the Game Pass user. Make a right click on the game, select manage, and then go to files, and then go to general, and then click on create desktop shortcut and go to desktop. Here you can see the game exe file. Make a right click and then click on run as administrator. This is for Game Pass user, and then check. Now still you're facing the problem, then in that case make a right click on the game exe file for Steam users, select properties, and when you put a check over here on these, still the game is not launching, in that case you can uncheck it. So first of all check it and then check. If that does not work, you can uncheck it. Do the same thing with the second exe file, and then make a right click, select properties, and uncheck all the boxes and follow the next step. Now the next step is to Steam users, run Steam and the game both as an administrator. Now first of all close Steam, go to Steam and then exit. Now once you close Steam, you can go to Steam and then open Steam as an administrator. So make a right click and then click on run as administrator. Now once Steam is open, then make a right click on the game and then select manage, then click on browse local files, and again this time try to run the game as an administrator. So make a right click and then click on run as administrator. You can even try this exe file. So make a right click and then click on run as administrator and then check. So run both Steam and the game as an administrator. Still you're facing the problem, then we have already tried this. Next step is to make sure that you're connected to the internet when you launch the game. So make sure that you are connected to the internet when you launch the game, because without the internet you see black screen. So make sure you're connected to the internet. Next step is to verify the game files. To verify the game files, make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on select properties, and then go to install files and then click on verify integrity of game files. This process will take some time. Once the verification is done, now you can launch the game. For Game Pass user, you can make a right click on the game and then select manage, and then go to files, and then click on verify and repair. Click on yes, and it will take a couple of seconds or maybe a minute to verify the game files. And once you see the play option, you can launch the game from here, or you can just make a right click on the game over here and then click on run as administrator. Now the next step is to do a clean installation of your graphics card driver. So if you have Nvidia card, go to Nvidia website. If you have AMD card, go to AMD website. I'm showing for Nvidia. Now go to Nvidia website and then select your graphic card from the list. Make sure that you select the right product type, then right series, and then select the right graphic card. I'm selecting my graphic card. Make sure that you select your graphic card over here and select the right operating system. If you have Windows 10, select Windows 10. If you have Windows 11, select Windows 11. Now click on Start Search. Now once you click on Start Search, scroll down. The latest GeForce Game Ready driver right now is driver version 546.65. This is the latest one right now. So click on Get Download and then click on Download now. Now once the download is complete, you have to run this exe file. Now once you run the exe file, you will see this screen. Click on Agree and Continue, and then put a check on the custom option. So select custom and then click on Next, and then put a check on the box which says perform a clean installation. Make sure that you put a check over here which says perform a clean installation, and then click on Next and let the installation complete. Once the clean installation is done, restart your computer and then launch the game. Now the next step is to install Visual C++ file. For this, copy this link. The link is provided in the video description. Open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. Here you can see Visual Studio 2015, 17, 19 and 22. Download x86 and x64. So click on both the file, x86, run this exe file, click on repair or install. Whatever you see, you might see the install option, so click on install. In my case, I have already installed, so it's telling me to restart my computer, so please ignore this error message. Again, download x64 and then run this exe file, 64 file, and then click on repair or install. Whatever you see, again in my case I have already installed it. Once installed, you will see a restart option like this. Make sure that you restart your computer. I'm not restarting, but you make sure that you restart your computer, and after the system restart, launch the game. Now the next step is to allow the game exe file to antivirus program. So if you have any third-party antivirus like Avast, Norton, Bitdefender, McAfee, whichever antivirus program you have, just make sure that you allow the game exe file to antivirus program. Now if you're using Windows security, then open Windows settings and then go to privacy and security if you have Windows 11, and then click on Windows security. If you have Windows 10, you will find an option update in security, then click on Windows security. Now click on virus and threat protection. Scroll down, at the end you will see manage ransomware protection. Click on it. Now click on allow an app through controlled folder access. Click on yes to allow. Now click on add an allowed app, browse all apps. Now go to the game installation folder. If the game is installed in C drive, go to this PC, open C drive, program files x86. Now open the Steam folder. Now open the Steam apps folder. Now open the common folder. Over here, open the game folder. Select the game exe file. Now click on open. And then again click on add an allowed app, browse all apps, and then open the PAL folder, binaries, Win64. Select this exe file, click on open. Now type in control panel in Windows search box and then click on control panel. Click on uninstall, click on system and security, and then click on Windows Defender Firewall, and then click on allow an app or feature through Windows Defender Firewall. Click on change settings on the top, click on allow another app, browse, and then again go to the game installation folder and then open the game folder. Select the game exe file, click on open, click on add. In my case, I have already added, so it's already added. Again click on allow another app and then click on browse, and this time open the PAL folder, binaries, Win64. Select this exe file and then click on open and then click on add. In my case, it's already added. I have already added the game. So once you add the game, once the game is added over here, now you can click on OK. Now you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to try these in launch option. Now this is for Steam users. Make a right click on the game, select properties. In the launch option, type in -dx11 and then close this, launch the game and then check. If that does not work, again make a right click, select properties, and this time type in -dx12 and then close this and then launch the game. Still you are facing the problem, then remove this and then follow the next step. Now the next step is to delete the save game files. Now before you delete the save game files, let me inform you that you will lose all the game progress. So you have to start everything from scratch. So if you agree, only then you can delete the save game files. Now for this, you can open File Explorer, go to this PC, open C drive. Now open the users folder. Now open your username folder. Now open app data folder. If you don't see app data over here on the top, click on view, select show and then put a check on hidden items. You should be able to see app data folder. Now in Windows 10, somewhere over here you will find the view option. Click on view and then somewhere over here you will find the hidden items box. Put a check on hidden items, open app data folder. Now open the local folder. Over here you can see the PAL folder. Make a right click and then click on delete. Now once this is deleted, now you can launch the game and then check. Now the next step is to, now this is for laptop users with dual graphic card. Make sure that you run the game on dedicated graphic card. Now for this, type in graphics settings in Windows search box and then click on graphics settings and then click on browse over here. Go to the game installation folder and then open the game folder. Select the game exe file, click on add. Once the game is added over here, click on options, select high performance. Now click on save. Again click on browse and this time open the PAL folder, binaries win64, select the second exe file, click on add. Once the game is added, click on options, select high performance. Now click on save. Now for Game Pass user, over here from the drop down option, select Microsoft Store app and then click on browse and then find the game exe. So here you can see the game exe file. Select the game exe file. Once the game is added, click on options, select high performance. Now click on save. Now launch the game and then check. Next step is to update Windows 10 or 11. Update your Windows 10 or 11 to latest version. Now for this, go to the start menu, go to settings, go to Windows Update or Update and Security and then click on check for update. Once all the updates are installed over here, restart your computer. Make sure that you restart your computer once the updates are installed and then you can launch the game and then check. Next step is to install DirectX file. Now for this, copy this link. The link is provided in the video description. Open this link in a browser. It will take you to Microsoft website. Over here you will see the install option to install DirectX. Click on download. Now run this exe file. Click on yes to allow and then I accept. Next, uncheck install Bing bar and then click on next and let the process complete. Now once the installation is complete, click on finish and then restart your computer and then launch the game. So click on finish and then restart your computer, and after the system restart, launch the game. Next step is to, if you are able to launch the game, then turn off multiplayer. If you don't want to play online, so you can turn off the multiplayer if you don't want to play online. If you want to play multiplayer, then first turn off multiplayer and then turn it on. So if you are able to launch the game, if you are not able to launch the game, you can skip this step. Now when you launch the game, you can click on start game and then you can select your world over here and then click on change world settings, and then if multiplayer is on over here, you can turn it off and then click on OK and then confirm and then you can start the game. Now if you want to play online, so first of all you can just turn it off. If this is on, you can turn it off, and then once you turn it off, you can turn it on and then you can click on OK and then check. Now still you're facing the problem. Next step is to, if you are able to launch the game, switch to window mode and then lower down graphics settings. So if you're not able to launch the game, you can skip this step. So if you're able to launch the game first. So go to options and then go to graphics. Now over here, the preset, if it is set to epic, you can try high, you can even go for medium, or you can even go for low quality. I will set it to medium now. Now if this is set to full screen, you can switch to window mode. Now if the screen resolution is set to 4K, you can try 1920 into 1080p. You can even lower it down more. Now if the maximum FPS is no limit, you can set it to 120 or maybe 90 or 60 and then check. VSync, if this is on, you can turn it off. Motion blur, if it is on, turn it off. Now over here you can see view distance is set to high. I will set it to medium. So you can set this quality to medium. Now if the DLSS is set to performance, you can switch to quality. So first of all, try quality. If that does not work, you can even turn it off and then check. But I will keep it quality right now. Now apply the changes and then check the performance. Now the next step is to unplug all the external devices. So if you have these devices connected, disconnected. So disconnect all the external devices, USB adapter which you are not using, and then launch the game. You can just disable joystick. If you have additional controller connected to the computer, disconnect it. Also, if try launching the game on single monitor and then disable Steam overlay. Now to disable Steam overlay, you can go to Steam, make a right click on the game, select properties, and then turn off the option which says enable the Steam overlay while in game, and then launch the game and then check. Also close other overlay application. So if you have overlay on in Discord, turn it off. If you have overlay on in GeForce Experience, turn it off. So make sure that you close all other overlay application and then check. Also close all the overclocking applications. So if you have MSI Afterburner running, close it. If you have Riva Tuner running, close it. So close any kind of overclocking application and do not overclock. Also, if you have any third-party services running, make sure that you close all the third-party services from the computer. So make sure only the game and the Steam and the game is running, or only the Xbox app and the game is running. Rest close everything, including all your browsers and third-party application. Also, if you have undervolted your computer, remove the undervolt and then launch the game. To perform clean boot, you can type in system configuration in Windows search box and then click on system configuration. Go to the services tab and then put a check on the box which says hide all Microsoft services, and then click on disable all. In my case, this option is grayed out. I already did it. In your case, this would be highlighted. So make sure first of all put a check on hide all Microsoft services first, and then click on disable all, and then click on apply, click on OK. You will see a restart option, restart your computer and then launch the game. Next step is to increase the virtual memory.
So to increase the virtual memory, type in View Advanced System Settings in Windows search box and then click on View Advanced System Settings and then click on the first settings and then go to Advanced tab and then click on Change over here and then select the drive. So uncheck the box which says automatically manage paging file size for all drives. Uncheck this box and select the drive where the game is installed. So select the drive, and then once you select the right drive, now put a check on custom size, and for initial size it's 1.5 into total RAM. So you can check the total RAM in Windows settings. You can go to system and then go to about, and total RAM in my case is 16 GB. So you can calculate accordingly. In my case it's 16 GB, so I will calculate as per 16 GB. So, and first of all we have to converts 16 GB into megabyte. So we will open calculator. So type in calculator in run box and then click on OK. And over here, uh, it's 16 1.5 into total RAM. Total RAM in my case, it's 16 RAM, 16 GB. So 116 into 1024. 1024 is actually 1 GB is equal to 1024 megabyte. So 16 GB in megabyte will be 16384 into 1.5. 1.5 into total RAM. This is my total RAM in megabyte. Now 1.5 into total RAM that is into 1.5. So in my case, initial size is 24576, 24576, and maximum size is 3 into total RAM. Now total RAM in my case that is 16 gigabyte. I have 16 gigabyte of RAM. So 16 into 1024. I have converted this in megabyte. Now that is 3 into total RAM. So total RAM is this much into 3. That is 49152. 49152. 4915152. Now click on set over here. Then click on OK. OK. Apply. OK. OK. Now restart computer. Make sure that you restart your computer after this.
Now the next step is to update the system BIOS. So go to your system manufacturer website. So if you have a Dell computer, go to Dell website. If you have Lenovo, go to Lenovo. If you have HP computer, go to HP. If you have Asus computer, go to Asus. So whichever brand you have, go to your system manufacturer website, select your model number, make sure that you select your computer, and then find the latest BIOS update available, and then update the system BIOS. Now in case of laptop, make sure the battery on your computer is more than 10% and the AC adapter, the charger, is connected to the computer when you update the system BIOS. During the BIOS update, your system will restart. Do not unplug the power cable when it's updating the system BIOS. Now after the BIOS update, log into the computer and then launch the game. Now if nothing is working, the last step is to uninstall and reinstall the game. To uninstall the game, you can make a right click on the game, select manage, then click on uninstall. Now after the uninstall, go to the game installation folder, delete the game folder, and then restart your computer and then reinstall the game to different drive. Suppose if the game is installed to external drive, in that case you can install the game to C drive and make sure that that is SSD. If the game is, if the drive is SSD, that would be great. So try installing the game to C drive in, that is SSD, and then launch the game. Now if the game is already installed in C drive, in that case you can install the game to other SSD and then check. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to get the game running. Now for Xbox Game Pass user, there are some extra steps which you can try. I made a separate video on this, so you can try this link in the browser, and I made a separate video on this. See here, you can see if you are unable to launch the game from Xbox app or Microsoft Store, so you can try the steps from this video. So one of the steps shown in this video should help you to get the game running on a Windows computer. So that'll be all. Thank you so much for your time, and please like this video and subscribe to my channel.